Hello, my name is Daniel Bentley and welcome to my video blog for IDS 403 Week 4. The subject of this blog is about how we identify ourselves in relationship to technology. Tim Rayner from the University of Technology in Australia discusses panopticism. Originally, Michael Foucault discussed the panopticon, which is a building with a tower at the center that made it possible for each cell occupant to be seen. In this design, visibility is the trap, and it creates a sense of permanent visibility that ensures that power should be visible yet unverifiable. The cell occupant can always see the tower but never knows from where he or she is being observed by others. This insight that can help clarify how social media affects us on a psychological level. Rayner states that the mechanism that makes social media tick is sharing. When we share content on social media services, we do it transparently, visibly, that is in the presence of a crowd, like the panopticon. Our sharing employs the effective use of social media targeting content to a specific crowd. Others know us through these works. My digital identity and the behaviors associated with it continues to morph and develop, but Rayner hit it on the head when he says, we speak to a crowd of our personal preferences, and we like nothing more than for the crowd to affirm those preferences in return. No doubt this satisfies a deep psychological need for recognition. In the beginning, I chose to be silent with the goal of being digitally invisible. As social media began to explode into existence, I chose to limit myself to professional social sites like LinkedIn and charitable sites like my high school and United Way. During the recent elections, I was offended by some political remarks, and I actually published an opinion on Facebook. It generated some likes and some bitter rancor. Some of my comment I continue to stand behind, some of it I wish I had never posted. My current behavior is very conservative, and I post only concerning things that I'm passionate about, and not just because I can. I also limit my posting to certain social media, not everything out there. My real-world self is not as filtered as my digital identity. Real-world Dan adjusts to his audience. I'm much more opinionated with those who I know better because there is an established mutual respect and acceptance. I'm much more entertaining in person than in my digital identity. Digital Dan is more reserved and holds back thoughts that could cause controversy or offend the audience. For the most part, I am digital cold mashed potatoes. Peggy Orenstein was asked by her publisher to use Twitter to promote her book, Cinderella Ate My Daughter. She was not a fan of what she thought Twitter was. She thought it was a social vehicle of trivia and gossip. She discovered that it was a way for her to better express herself and inner being. Constructing the perfect tweet helped her create meaning, purpose, and structure to her thoughts. The text limit of tweets helps people refine their thoughts to more succinct and salient messages. Facebook encourages the construction of a more developed message, along with related links and visual content. It also gets the message out to a specific audience and can contribute to a viral content that can expand or establish your audience. Social media technology enables the platform to share almost any message or digital identity you want. The more specific the message, or the more entertaining, the bigger or more targeted the audience is. This technology shapes my identity by making me more suspect and reticent to share. As an officer in a publicly traded company, I am restricted by my employer in sharing any message that could reflect negatively or against the values of the company. Not only does this force me to ensure my message is relevant, substantive, and entertaining, but it also not poorly reflect on any contrast to the opinion of my employer. I could create an alternate social media profile, but I want to be creative and not fake. Rayner states that you need to seize on your inner awesome and put it before the crowd. He states an example of the psychologist Sherry Turkle, who writes about creating your social media footprint and how it is like a performance. She tweaked her writing persona and found different behaviors were better received by different audiences. This was not possible in face-to-face interactions, but it breaches the truth required. When your behavior is public, you are held to a higher level of truth and transparency of your inner self. My online performance needs to be one that is based in truth and not pandering to certain audiences. I would like an audience that enjoys my message where I can be free to share whatever my internal thoughts are. The ultimate audience is one that grows with me, that also contributes to the development of my beliefs. My digital identity is a product of the inner me and the amount I want to participate. Since my social and technological content is shaped by my own choices, I find myself dedicated to living in the new technologies and social media constructs as an observer rather than a contributor. The idea of the video blog is my greatest and deepest foray into social media, even though it's only for a select audience. Turkle calls the face-to-face interaction and online interactions balance the Goldilocks effect. Not too close, not too far, just right. Where more face-to-face relationships are natural for me and online is not as comfortable. The pendulum towards online interaction for an 18-year-old who uses texting for almost everything may be just right. Can a digital identity affect your personal sense of whom you are as a person? Turkle said Foucault would recommend that our contradictions in our online and offline lives should be approached as a work in progress, that we as individuals are works of art in progress. We are a construction of various inputs, including social elements. As we limit or avail of ourselves of social media, we become changed by its content. As this content changes in the inner self, our message to others changes. Abhinav Dwazar, a novelist, spoke about life in the digital now at TED Global 2013, said that digitized world cannibalizes time and threatens the completeness of ourselves. But we can choose digital solutions and innovations that restore the flow of time instead of fragmenting it. We can slow down and we can tune in the ebb and flow of time. We can choose to take time back. I think there are many things that stand in the way of being present at the moment. As a kid, before VCRs and videos, our demand time was cannibalized. We all knew that to catch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer on TV, we would have to be in front of the TV at 8 p.m. Eastern Time at NBC because that's the only time it'd be shown. This small red-nosed cannibal, this was the same for many programs. Technology came to the rescue with VCRs and many solutions that are available today. But it became part of how we manage the present. Socrates taught followers many times to know thyself. In 1750, Benjamin Franklin in Poor Richard's Almanac observed that three things are hard: steel, diamond, and to know oneself. In 2017, perhaps in the study of how technology affects us as individuals, knowing how others perceive us online becomes more and more important. Needing to know our online self will be critical as social media continues to evolve. My goal is to have my inner self and digital self aligned and in harmony. Thank you very much for participating in the blog. Look forward to talking to you next time. Thank you.